I guess I will never forget The Starry Night, painted by Dutch artist Vincent van Gogh. I saw it when I visited the Museum of Modern Art in New York City, and I was immediately drawn by the brilliant use of color in the painting. The bottom of the canvas was painted with deep blue and layered with vast sweep of several lighter blue colors. Then there's some yellows, the stars and the moon, which display a slight contrast to add some vividness to the painting. Besides, the painting has a calming effect on me. I mean, every time I see it, I feel serenity and peace, as if all the noises in my head are gone. It's just me in the dark night. So every time when something gets to me, I do nothing but look at the painting. Well, from my perspective, I would like to say that sticking with one career is much better than changing jobs frequently. Firstly, changing jobs continually is a waste of time because I guess you probably won't be able to be good at anything if you're always a beginner. Plus, concentrating on one job also helps you accumulate job experience from which you can better get a promotion, and which I believe is the must-be-there experience in a career. However, it'll be almost impossible to be promoted if you are always a newcomer. In my point of view, I would like to try various jobs during different life stages, and here are my reasons. Firstly, life is short, so it would be a huge shame if we cannot experience as much as possible when we are alive. I actually want to be a teacher, but at the same time, I also want to be a freelancer. So, changing jobs at different points of my life would allow me to enjoy this mortal world as much as possible. What's more, it can definitely expand my outlook. Honestly, after being a teacher, I can also try to be someone else, like a banker or an officer, from which I believe I can understand more about life from whole new angles. Well, the woman strongly disagrees with the proposal for two main reasons. Firstly, she believes that the problem of concentration is not typically shared by most of the students who just have regular routines of study and rests. Instead, the problem only lies in Tim's individual habit due to his partying late at night. Secondly, the woman feels that the last hour of seminar is the most essential part of everything, for the reason that students usually get involved in the discussion and start exchanging important ideas. So based on all those reasons, the woman is strongly against the proposal. Implicit memories are unconscious memories of events and stuff that are recorded in our mind, and the professor uses the car advertisement as an example. On the highway, there was a billboard that advertised a car. On the billboard was the picture of the car, and above the board was the name Panther in huge letters. Many people drove by the billboard and saw it. However, when the researchers asked the drivers if they saw any car ad on the road, they couldn't remember it. Then the researchers asked these people to name an animal that starts with the letter P, and surprisingly, they all said panther instead of pig, which is the most common animal starting with the letter P. This research suggests that even though people can't be aware of implicit memories, they're there and still affect people. Well, the woman's problem is that the members of her study group have become very good friends, but they are just joking around instead of studying, and they don't get much study work done. Accordingly, the man offers two solutions. First, she could probably have her study group meet on another day instead of Friday. And second, her study group should have a leader. In my opinion, the woman's study group should have a leader. Firstly, a leader of a study group could organize a clear and effective schedule for studying, and each time members meet, all they need to do is follow the schedule, and the leader will do the final check for the performance. Secondly, members could take turns to be a leader to make the study schedule of the group, which will be a better motivation for all members. Active attention is voluntary. It occurs when students force themselves to pay attention, so it won't last for a very long time. For example, you're teaching in a biology class and you are describing the frog to students. If you only describe it by lecturing, students will get distracted easily because they are paying active attention that is hard to keep. Active attention is voluntary. It occurs when students force themselves to pay attention, so it won't last for a very long time. For example, you're teaching in a biology class and you're describing the frog to students. If you only describe it by lecturing, students will get distracted easily because they are paying active attention that is hard to keep. However, passive attention is involuntary. It happens naturally without any effort, and it lasts longer. If something interesting happens, students begin to pay passive attention even without being aware of it. For example, in the same class, if you describe the frog by showing the students a live frog instead, they will be interested and therefore pay their passive attention. As long as the frog is still there, the students will focus on the class.